Anvil is out right now for you guys to play, and I'm going to be giving you all the details about this game, why I love it, and what you need to know so you can be successful when you play. So the question is, what is Anvil? And I want to thank Anvil for sponsoring today's video. Anvil's a roguelike co-op top-down sci-fi action shooter where players take on the role of different breakers to fight alien monsters. Breakers can strengthen themselves by finding ancient alien artifacts called vaults that contain powerful relics. Players can try different builds and compositions to explore faraway galaxies that no one has ever reached, and no two runs the same. And this is one of the things that I really noticed when I first started playing the game, is every time that you go to a stage, it's different. It's never the same. So that claim to Anvil is 100% true. You don't get bored because your gameplay every single time changes. It's different. Bosses that you fight are going to rotate and be different, and just the enemies that you fight on the different levels that you get to are different. Plus, the breakers that you choose to use and unlock throughout the game, which are basically your characters or your heroes that you're playing as, they're called breakers. They have all different abilities, and there's all different weapons that you can pick up. So really the customization side of this game is massive and honestly a ton of fun. Now, just from playing the game, you're going to get resources to unlock things in the game, like your toy workers. They're essentially pets that'll fight alongside of you, or like new breakers. When you start out with the game, you have 3 different breakers that you can play as, but very quickly you're able to unlock new breakers with different abilities, different weapons, and that look different, and it's just really fun, and progression there is fun to do. You're going to just always want to be getting new, different breakers so that you can move them along inside of the game and your gameplay experience can change. Not just the bosses, not just the enemies, not just the stages, but also the characters that you play as, or the breakers. Now, another thing that's really cool, a little bit off topic, but that's all right. Anvil is available both on Steam and on Xbox, and it's cross-platform. So if your friends have Xbox, you have Steam, you guys can play together and have a great time. And by the way, if you want to play the game, use my link. It's in the description of this video, and you can get yourself involved, because you should. And now with the price tag of $24.99, obviously Anvil is not a free game, but they do offer a free trial when you go to the Steam page. It's basically your demo, and you could get a really good feel of the game. And I can almost guarantee you that when you're there and you actually try out the game, you're really gonna enjoy it. You're gonna end up buying it, and maybe even playing with me. Now, Anvil has 3-month-long seasons. We're currently in season 3. And back in the summertime, at the start of season 2, Draken was introduced to the game. It's a swordsman style breaker and a lot of fun to play and really cool looking too. Now, as you progress through the game, you're able to upgrade your data, upgrade all of the skills that you are essentially unlocking throughout the game, and you're just getting your characters or your breakers stronger and stronger as you progress deeper and deeper into the game. It makes sense. It has a nice progression system that is deep but easy to learn, and it really doesn't take you that long. It's not very confusing, but it does take you getting into the game and playing a little bit to kind of have it all make sense. Or you could watch this video and we'll break it down for you. Now, 2 other things that I love about the game are, 1, the music. The music is tough. You feel like you're going into battle. It's not any soft fairy-like music going on in the background. It's all very strong, it's very energetic, and it makes you feel like you're in a battle. The music is pretty intense, and I love that. And also, I'm a huge fan of the whole roguelike top-down look. It just looks really good. It's from the top, you're kind of going into the screen, and it has a great feel to it. I'm actually a huge fan, and this is something I'm gonna be playing beyond this video. It's not like I'm just making this video and done. I'm gonna continue playing Anvil because I really do love it. So not only does the top-down look good, the graphics are really good inside of the game as well. The colors are really nice, and the stages all look different as you go. You have stages in the sand, stages that are dark and filled with fire, stages that are filled with snow. Really, all different elements are covered inside of Anvil, and I think it was in good taste. It looks really nice. Something else that looks really cool and that change all the time are the boss battles. And the boss battles aren't easy. It could be very difficult to take down these bosses. You really need to be able to master the controls, master your different attacks, and really get to know and learn not really the patterns of the bosses, but the different ways that they attack and what their threats are and how you need to look out for them. So when you're in your next boss battle, pay attention. Make sure that you have an ability to heal up somewhere if you can, and if you can't, well, then you better make sure that you go into that battle completely healed up, ready to go, because these bosses are relentless. They want you to go down. They don't want to lose, but neither do I. Now, we spoke of the controls. It's your typical PC WASD control pattern, which I actually really do love, using your mouse for two different types of attacks. It's often some type of a melee attack and some kind of a regular, your basic attack. And then you have the Q and the E button that have your special attacks associated with them. You have your space bar for dash. Whew, really? It takes getting used to if you're not playing on a PC. If you're not used to playing on PC, it takes a little getting used to. But when you're on the Xbox, and it probably does have controller support as well for Steam, then you're able to just dive on in and use the controller that you're familiar with. But if you play a lot of mobile games like me, it takes a little getting used to, but that's fine because the game's fun and it doesn't feel difficult to learn those controls. It just takes a little bit of fingers on the keyboard, getting used to it, and it's a lot of fun. Now, if you're a PC gamer, you're right at home already. So really, when I think about it, this is probably one of the best top-down action shooters that I've ever played on Steam. It's one that keeps me wanting to go back and play more of the game, and it's something that when I'm playing the game, one, it's not putting me to sleep, because believe it or not, there are games that I've played where when you play, you kind of nod off and start falling asleep. This one does not do that. It has to do with the intensity, the action, and of course that music that we spoke of earlier on in the video. It doesn't give you an opportunity to kind of doze off. You are immersed in this top-down action for the entirety of your gameplay session. And not only that, you're excited to get through the stages so you can continuously upgrade, earn those rewards, and maybe even unlock some new breakers along the way, which I actually want to finish recording this so I can hop back on and maybe unlock a few more. There are so many things that this game does right, from having a demo so that people can try the game before they buy the game, to having it cross-platform between Xbox and between PC, to how they just built the game and everything runs super smooth. Nothing is glitchy, nothing is choppy. It's not too difficult, but again, it's not too easy either. It literally is a perfect medium. You're not going to get to the point where you're so frustrated that you're going to just throw down your mouse and you're going to walk away. But you're also not going to be falling asleep because it's so easy you can do it with your eyes closed. It literally, they hit it on the head with how easy it should be, how difficult it should be, how challenging it should be, and how customizable it can be for those of us that really like to get into the progression of these games and unlock things and get that good feeling when you actually progress and unlock new things inside of the game, things that maybe you've been waiting for a while. For me, it's those toy workers. I really want to get a pet. I felt lonely out there. Customization comes in forms of new skills, new relics, new breakers, and then the exploration element of the game allows you to explore all the different planets inside of this solar system, which are essentially different stages of the game. You get tired of doing one, you go on to another, or you just look forward to that progression that naturally occurs when you make your way through the game. But with all the different relics and skills that you can equip, with the different weapons that you can find, and with the different breakers that you can play as, you really can have a different experience every single time you play Anvil. And so far, I've played quite a bit, and my experience has been different every single time. Now, I am challenging myself using different breakers to see what the different kind of gameplay styles are. You have big ones with big weapons that are probably a bit slower. You have ones that are your assault characters, and then ones that have a little bit more finesse. No matter what your play style, there is a breaker for you inside of the game, and it just makes it more fun. But definitely challenge yourself and play some of those different types of breakers that you're not usually used to playing. So again, you're probably asking, Echo, how do I play this game? Well, I told you earlier in the video, but I'll tell you again because I'm looking out for you. The link to Anvil is in the description of this video. You can get all the details on how to get involved there. Make sure you drop on down and check it out because the game is definitely worth playing. Again, thanks to Anvil for sponsoring today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure you sub, and I'll see you guys in the next one.
도대체 뭘까? 뭐길래 멋진 행운이라고 했을까?
아직 우리의 소문을 못 들었나?
저것 봐! 재밌는 일이다! 고고고고! 신난다! 내가 꿈꾸는 중인가?